दुनिया में संगीत से बढ़ के शायद ही कोई और खुशी है, और यही खुशी सब तक पहुंचाने हमने 2010 में शंकर महादेवन एकेडमी की शुरुआत की। आज हमारी ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस है 80 से ज्यादा देशों में, 400 से ज्यादा कोर्सेज हैं। अब तक हमारे 28,000 से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स हैं और 2 लाख से ज्यादा ऑनलाइन क्लासेस और 20,000 से ज्यादा क्लासरूम क्लासेस भी हो चुके हैं। यहाँ म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री के महारथी रेगुलरली मास्टर क्लासेस लेते हैं। SMA ट्रस्ट की तरफ से अंडर प्रिविलेज बच्चों को और सीनियर सिटीजन्स को संगीत सिखाया जाता है, और SMA निर्वाणा में टर्मिनली इल पेशेंट्स को मुफ्त परफॉर्मेंसेस भी दिए जाते हैं। उनकी जिंदगी में उम्मीद की रोशनी लाने के लिए छोटी सी कोशिश है।
और SMA मुस्कुराहट में हम म्यूजिक शोज के जरिए जरूरतमंद म्यूजिशियंस के लिए पैसा इकट्ठा करने का काम करते हैं। जॉयफुल क्वायर प्रोग्राम में हम ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों को संगीत सिखाकर मंच पर खड़े होकर अपनी आवाज लोगों तक पहुंचाने का सुनहरा मौका देते हैं।
वैसे सिर्फ प्रोफेशनली नहीं, पर अपने आप के लिए गा के भी संगीत का मजा उठाया जा सकता है। पता है, हमारे यहाँ 2 साल से लेके 92 साल तक के स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो अलग अलग जॉनर्स के म्यूजिक सीखते हैं। तो आप भी आइए, SMA का हिस्सा बनिए और संगीत का मजा उठाइए। लॉग ऑन टू www.shankarmahadevanacademy.com।
And in today's day, especially during the pandemic, and even when there was not a pandemic, there were musicians all over that who are not doing that well, who need not necessarily have work every day, and who hand to mouth survival. And these musicians, like temple musicians who play in weddings, accompanying musicians, folk musicians, a lot of them, they have suffered a lot, especially during the pandemic. So that's why we, Sridhar and me, we thought of having this little vertical in our Shankar Mahadevan Academy trust called SMA Muskurahat. Sridhar, take it away from here.
Yeah, it's SMA Muskurahat is just about bringing smiles back to who we love, musicians. They go through a life of rigorous practice to become a musician. We enjoy them every day when they are in their prime. And then we cannot just forget them. That is the whole idea about SMA Muskurahat. And every program that we have, or every property that we have in Shankar Mahadevan Academy reflects what Shankar is about, right? He's happy, he wants to help people. And then the whole idea is the whole genesis of every single program has come from some gun of Shankar in this. And it's
really nice to me. But one thing about Muskurahat, one thing special, and I'm sure that even Arunaji will agree with me. Arunaji, whenever there is a particular cause for raising funds, what happens is everybody rushes to the musicians. Everybody rushes. Oh, will you sing for me? Will you play for me? Will you do a show for us? Through your show, we will raise funds. Through your show, we will help the poor. Through your show, we will. But what happens when the musicians themselves are in distress? Who is going to help them?
Exactly.
So they are always there standing, performing free of cost, performing at half their rate, 1/10 their rate, sometimes just a token amount, and always supporting social causes.
Yeah.
And when a time comes when they are, literally, they are surviving, so their survival is at stake. At that time, I think we have to help them. What do you think, Arunaji? What do you think?
Absolutely. Stories of musicians going through extreme privation due to lack of financial stability are legion. For example, there is this amazing legend that there was a musician some 200 years ago who was an expert in Todi Ragam, and he had no money. for his daughter's wedding. So he went to somebody for help, and they said, you keep that Todi Ragam, pawn it to me, keep it with me for safekeeping. Against that, I will give you money. So till he could repay that money, he could not sing Todi.
Oh my God, what a mean person that was.
Yeah, this is a real life story that has happened in the past. So, musicians go through a lot of suffering, especially when they are not financially stable. We need to only musicians know ghayal ki gati ghayal jane. Only we know as musicians what they go through. We have to help.
Perfect, Aruna ji. क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
हम SMA मुस्कुराहट के परफॉर्मेंस की तरफ बढ़ते हैं, और आज का हमारा SMA मुस्कुराहट का थीम है एंटरप्रेन्योर्स टू म्यूजिशियंस. दिस इज अ कॉन्सर्ट ऑफ होप. थ्रू फंड रेजिंग कॉन्सर्ट्स, SMA मुस्कुराहट, we will be building a corpus of funds. This corpus will give back to the musicians and teachers of music who brightened the lives of many with their art and music, so that these artists are able to take care of their life essentials and meet vital expenses, and lead their lives with self-respect, security, and muskurahat, a smile. SMA Muskurahat is all about one community coming to the aid of another in its time of need. In the first concert of SMA Muskurahat on November 27th, 2020, we had 13 doctors from the USA who helped raise funds for needy musicians, from doctors to musicians.
Karthik, before we go ahead, I'd like to first of all thank all these entrepreneurs, from the bottom of my heart, because I know that in their own respective fields, they're all so busy, they're all so big, they're all so established. Last time also when we did the doctors, they were all such big doctors. It is, this is where we say that music has found its purpose, which is bigger than entertainment, bigger than just, making people feel good. This is a very, very, very big thing that they are doing. So I think, sur se bhi aage ek sur hai, taal se bhi aage ek taal hai, This is straight heart-to-heart connection, So thank you so much, all of you all, for doing this. This is bigger than any big music concert that we ever do in our lives. Thank you. Thank you.
आने वाला पल जाने वाला है, आने वाला पल जाने वाला है, हो सके तो इसमें जिंदगी बिता दो, पल जो ये जाने वाला है, दो लफ्जों की है दिल की कहानी, या है मोहब्बत या है जवानी, दो लफ्जों की है दिल की कहानी, या है मोहब्बत या है जवानी, तेरे बिना जिया जाए ना, 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 तेरे बिन सजना, सांस में सांस आईना,
मेरे नैना सावन भादो, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, मेरे नैना सावन भादो, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा, फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा.
Amazing that was.
Very nice.
Thank you.
People are such big people in their own
Amazing.
But singing for this cause straight from the heart. What do you think about this?
Amazing. It's
amazing.
very, very moving. It's very moving, I tell you. It's just a very special, special moment.
பூங்காற்று பாடியது ஓர் பாட்டு ஒரு பொழுதுலோர் ஆசை சுகம் சுகம் அதிலே ஒரே சுகம் இளமையெனும் பூங்காற்று பாடியது ஓர் பாட்டு ஒரு பொழுதுலோர் ஆசை சுகம் சுகம் அதிலே ஒரே சுகம் ஒரே வீணை ஒரே ராகம்.
Also, I have been fundraising for Pratham in Houston for the past 8 years. So I truly appreciate the amazing work that you're doing for SMA Muskurahat. And lots of good wishes to bring lots of smiles to lots of musicians all over the world to you. My very best to you. And thank you for this honor of having you listen to me. Singing, I just started in my 50s. When I turned 50, it was a resolution to learn something new and to do something new. So I've had a late start, but any advice from you is welcome. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
मंजिले अपनी जगह है, रास्ते अपनी जगह, मंजिले अपनी जगह है, रास्ते अपनी जगह। मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, ना घर है ना ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है, बस चलते जाना। मुसाफिर हूँ यारो।
क्यों ना ये लग रहे हैं ये धरती गगन, मैंने पूछा तो बोली पगली पवन, प्यार हुआ चुपके से, ये क्या हुआ चुपके से। क्यों ना ये लग रहे हैं ये धरती गगन, मैंने पूछा तो बोली ये पगली पवन।
रिम झिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी ये अगन। रिम झिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी ये अगन।
हे हाँ ना, गले लगा लो ना, लगी बुझा दो ना, हो जली जा। तुमने जो अगर लगाई है, तो छुपे देखो ना, कहाँ कहाँ।
This is the most beautiful miracle that can ever happen. I'm so touched. I know. I mean, everything to do with Shankar ji and Sridhar ji, I know is a miracle. By now, I know that. Because these, both of them are, individuals who don't look just at themselves, they look at everything and they themselves as part of that whole thing. When your vision sort of expands like that, miracles happen. Because the universe, as that famous line goes of Shah Rukh Khan, the universe conspires to make it happen. That is why I think the growth of Shankar Mahadevan Academy is nothing short of, I would have sworn it is impossible to do something like this, given my limited thinking 10 years ago. And now I would say I can only say it's a miracle, and it happens to people who are willing to receive it.